Hello guys, good morning to all of you. This is Ram Naresh Pal and today I am going to get discussed about the cyclotron. So let me discuss here then what is cyclotron. So cyclotron is an electromagnetic machine which discovered by the Lorentz and Livingstone. Okay, so it is an electromagnetic machine which discovered by okay. So cyclotron is an electromagnetic machine which discovered by Lorentz and Livingstone in 1934 and it used for the study of nuclear reactions, okay, or nuclear structure, you can say that. So it used for the study of nuclear structure or nuclear reaction, study of nuclear structure or nuclear reaction, okay, and its principle is that here accelerated then the positive charge particle, positive and heavy charge particle like proton, neutron, alpha particle and ions, okay. So here accelerated heavy charge particle, heavy particles, positive charge particle like proton, neutron, alpha particle, ion, okay. Here accelerated heavy particles like proton, neutron, alpha particle and ions by which produced a large energy, and this energy used for study of nuclear reactions. So just to remember this, what is cyclotron? Cyclotron is an electromagnetic machine which discovered by the Lorentz and Livingstone in 1934, okay, and it is used for the study of nuclear reactions or nuclear structures, okay, and its principle is here the accelerated positive charge particle and heavy particles like proton, neutron, alpha particles and ion by which produced a large amount of energy, and thus this energy used for the searching or study of the nuclear reactions and nuclear structures, okay. So this is the principle where accelerated positively charged particle, okay, here accelerated positively charged particle like proton, neutron, alpha particles and ions, and by which produced a large amount of energy or maximum velocity by which and thus this energy used for the study of nuclear reaction and nuclear structure, study of nuclear structure. So this is the principle of cyclotron. And now let me discuss here then what is the figure of the cyclotron. So this is the diagram here. Two strong poles of the magnet like N and S. Here place the positively charged particle. Okay, so this is the diagram of the cyclotron. This is metallic disk D1 and this is D2. Here this positive charged particle get accelerate and attempt the maximum radius, and after that when it attempt the maximum radius which is approximately equal to the radius of this disk, then it come out from this eject point like this window. Okay, let me discuss its cross sectional part like this. Here 2Ds like this, this is D1 and this is D2. Here placed positive charge particle whose charge is Q, and these Ds attached also from a high frequency oscillator or external source. Okay, and whenever this charge particle get accelerated, then it takes in this way motion, and when it attempt the maximum radius, then it come out from this window, and this is eject point. Okay, this is eject split or eject point, and this whole chamber is evacuated. It maintained evacuated for this reason, then the collision between the air particle or dust particle and ions is minimized. मतलब why we have evacuated this chamber? It is because then the collision between the dust particle or air particle and ion become minimized. So this is the its cross sectional part of this dish. So this is the diagram. So in the cyclotron uses both electric field and magnetic field, because electric field and magnetic field both are perpendicular to each other, which is known as crossed field. Okay, so in this cyclotron, two metallic discs D1 and D2 like this, D1 and D2 placed between the two strong poles of the magnet N and S. Okay, it placed between the two strong poles of the magnet N and S, and these metallic discs D1 and D2 separated with some gap with each other. Okay, where this charge particle situated. And now you know that here the gap between the discs, electric field present, means electric field is not zero between these discs, and in the disc magnetic field present, means inside the disc there is no magnetic field become zero, or simply we can say that inside the disc electric field zero and between the disc magnetic field zero. Okay, so here we can say that here magnetic field zero and here electric field zero. Okay, so as well as these attached from the external source like high frequency oscillator, then this charge particle get start their acceleration, get start their motion and enter from one dish to another dish. Okay, so first of all let me discuss here. This is the cyclotron in which two metallic discs D1 and D2. Okay, write down its working. So just remember this, in the cyclotron both electric field and magnetic field will be used. It is because electric field and magnetic field both are mutually perpendicular to each other and this field is known as crossed field. Okay, so in the cyclotron two metallic discs D1 and D2 in the shape of D, which are placed between the two strong poles N and S of the magnet. Okay, these discs placed with some gap with each other like this. Okay, and in this gap present this positive charge particle where present electric field only. It means here magnetic field is 0 and inside the disc magnetic field present. It means we can say that here magnetic field will not be 0. So as well as these discs attached from the high frequency oscillator or any external biasing, then it get start their motion and entered from one dish to another dish. So this charge particle attempt their acceleration via the electric field, not by the magnetic field. Just remember this. This charge particle get accelerated by the effect of only electric field and it entered the dish, inside the dish. And as well as this positive charge particle enter inside the dish, then it get start their circular motion, because you know that whenever any charge particle moves in the uniform magnetic field, then its path will be circular. So it get start their motion inside the dish like circular. Okay, circular path. And as well as it changes from one dish to another dish, it crossed from one dish to another dish. So it's in every half time of interval. It means in motion of this charge particle in one dish is take t by 2 time. Okay, so after t by 2 time, this charge particle transferred from one dish to another dish, and this is maintained in such a way that whenever this charge particle moves from one dish to another dish, then the polarity of the dish will change it, or we can say that polarity of the electric field becomes alternately. Okay, so just remember at every time, whenever this charge particle crossed or jumped from one dish to another dish, then the polarity of the electric field will alternately, okay, change alternately, and in this way we can say that it attempt the maximum radius, means as well as its the charge particle moves from D1 to D2 or D2 to D1, then each attempt it take the time interval t by 2 and t by 2, and in one complete of the oscillation, half this it takes time t. Okay, so in one complete time taken by this charge particle is t, but in one d it take t by 2 time, and after that it ejected from one d to another d. So here we can say that in each time this electric field whatever be present between the d, that gives its acceleration of the charge particle, and whenever this charge particle accelerated, then it attempt the more energy, and this more energy increases its radius. So finally it get a maximum radius which is approx equal to the radius of these, and after that it come out from this window of this eject point. Okay, now this whole chamber will be evacuated. Due to this, because of the collision between the dust particle or air molecules and iron. The collision between the iron and air molecules will become minimized. Okay, so just remember this. Why this chamber becomes evacuated? It is because the collision between air molecules and ions become minimum. Okay, minimum, it become minimum the collision between air molecule or dust molecule, dust particle and ion. So simply let me discuss the calculation of this, and here we can say that the frequency. So first of all, whenever it attempt this circular track like this, so in this case its radius is r. So here we can say that centripetal force balanced by the magnetic force. Okay, and this centripetal force, you know that this is equals to mv square by r. You can put this heading here, calculation mv square by r, that is equals to qvb. So it is equals to mv equals to r qb, or simply r equals to mv upon qb. This is the radius of that charge particle which attempt by the accelerating of that charge particle. So this is the radius of the path and time period. You know that t equals to 2 pi r upon v. 2 pi r, it means this is the length and this is velocity, and you know that in one circular path its length will be equals to 2 pi r. So this is length and this is v. So here t equals to 2 pi upon v and r equals to mv upon qb. You know that this is the radius, so we cancel out. This is 2 pi m upon qb, and you know that the frequency of the cyclotron mu c equals to 1 by t, and this is equals to 2 pi m upon qb. So we can say that it is equals to qb upon 2 pi m. So this is the frequency of the cyclotron. Okay, and now the frequency of HFO by which these attached, that is nu alpha. Okay, thus cyclotron maintained in such a way then nu c becomes nu alpha. This cyclotron also prepared in this way, in this method, that its frequency of the cyclotron is also become equal to the frequency of the that source, that alternating source which is applied by these days. It means external source. This is the frequency of external source and this is the frequency of cyclotron. So both will be equal in every t by 2 time of period. So it maintained in the such a way that its frequency of the cyclotron and frequency of the high frequency oscillator or extra biasing remains equal, and this condition is known as resonance condition. So this condition is known as resonance condition. Okay, now this is resonance condition, and now let me discuss the Mach energy. You know that whenever this charged particle accelerated by the effect of electric field, then it attempt the maximum radius or its velocity will be increased. Due to this reason, in every cycle its radius becomes increases continuously or gradually. Okay, So the effect of electric field, the radius of this charged particle that we attempt by the charged particle or positively charged particle, that will be increases gradually by the effect of only electric field. It means simply we can say that the charged particle get accelerated by the effect of electric field only. Okay, so energy that is equals to half mv square, but we know that R equals to mv by qb, so v equals to r qb upon m. So putting this value in this energy by equation first, so k equals to 1 by 2 m r qb by m whole of square. So k is equals to 1 by 2 m r square q square b square upon m square. So this energy equals to r square q square b square by 2m. So this is the maximum energy, that energy used for the searching of nuclear reaction or nuclear structure. Okay, so this is the energy, and this is, remembering, this is d1 and this is d2. So here this is positively charged particle. So whenever this charged particle get jump from d1 to d2 or d2 to d1, okay, in this way, so here energy of the charged particle, that is, you know that W equals to Q into V. Simply you know that V equals to W by Q. So W equals to Q into V. So Q is the charge of this charged particle, positively charged particle, and V is the voltage. Sorry, this is voltage. Okay. So in this way we can say that this energy also save of this charged particle, and by this it get accelerated and transfer from one dish to another dish and get attain the maximum kinetic energy. Okay, so this is the energy of the charged particle. Okay, and now let me discuss the usage of cyclotron. So it used for the study of nuclear reactions by bombarding on nuclei. Okay, so it used for the study of nuclear reaction by the bombarding of nuclei. Okay, and it also used to implantation the ions into the solids. Okay, even the synthesis of new particles. So just remember this. It is also used the implantation of the ions into the solids, and even the synthesis of new particles, and it uses for the production of radioactive substances, okay, that are used for the diagnostic and treatment. So just remember this. Cyclotron is used for the study of nuclear reactions by the bombarding of nuclei, and it used to implantation the ion into the solids, even the synthesis of new particles, and it used for the production of radioactive substances, and that's are used for the diagnostic and treatment also. Okay, so these are the uses of cyclotron, and let me discuss here energy that we also converted into joule. This is the next norm. 1 electron volt is equals to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule, or 1 million electron volt equals to 10 power 6 electron volt, that is equals to this. So 1 MeV. So 1 MeV equals to 1.6 into 10 power minus 13 joule, or 1 joule equals to 1 by 1.6 into 10 power minus 13 MeV. So in this way you can convert the energy electron volt into joule, or joule into electron volt, or million electron volt into joule, or joule into million electron volt. So let me discuss here an example of this, which is based from this cyclotron. A cyclotron whose oscillating frequency is 10 megahertz. So this is frequency that is equals to 10 megahertz. And this is the proton. So calculate the magnetic field where the radius of this disc is 60 centimeter, and also calculate the kinetic energy in terms of MeV. Okay, so a cyclotron whose frequency is 10 megahertz, it means 10 into 10 into 10 power 6 hertz. This is equals to 10 power 7 hertz. This is frequency, and this particle is proton. Calculate magnetic field, and this radius is 60 centimeter or 0.60 meter, and also calculate its kinetic energy. Okay, so the frequency is 10 power 7 hertz. Particle is proton. We will calculate the magnetic field and also calculate kinetic energy. Okay, and its radius is 0.60 meter. So first of all, let me discuss the formula of time period. You know that T equals to 2 pi R upon V, or simply you can use that T equals to 2 pi upon and 2 pi upon V, that is equals to mV upon qB. So T is equals to 2 pi m upon qB, and nu equals to 1 by T, that is equals to qB upon 2 pi m. So put this all the values in here. So nu equals to qB upon 2 pi m. Okay, so here putting the value of frequency 10 power 7. Q of the charged particle proton is 1.6 10 power minus 19. B 2 pi into m, that is equals to 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 for the proton, you know. So B is equals to 2 pi into 1.67 into 10 power minus 20 upon 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. So B is equals to the 2 pi into 167 upon 160 into 10 power minus 1. So it is equals to the 2 pi into 16.7 upon 160. Okay, so you can multiply this 2 into 3.14 into 16.7 upon 160. So it will be approximately equals to 0.66 after solving. This is equals to 0.66 Tesla. Okay, so in this way we will calculate the magnetic field and now you can also use V is equals to 0.66 Tesla, R is equals to 0.6 meter. So you can also use R equals to mv upon qb, because of whenever you will calculate kinetic energy, so it will be equals to half mv square. So here also requirement of the velocity of this charged particle. So you can use this formula 0.6 m 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 V upon Q 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 into V 0.66. So V equals to 0.6 into 0.66 into 1.6 10 power minus 19 upon 1.67 into 10 power minus 27. Okay. So it will be equals to 0.396 1.6 upon 1.67 into 10 power, it is equals to approximate. Okay, this is the velocity, and you can also solve this kinetic energy, that is equals to 1 by 2 1.67 into 10 power minus 27. This is the mass, and the value of velocity is this 0.396 into 1.6 into 10 power 8 upon 1.67. Okay, this is Coulomb square. Okay, so it is equals to the kinetic energy 1 by 2 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 into it is equals to 0.396 into 1.6 10 power 8 Coulomb square, sorry, upon 1.67 whole square. Okay, and you can solve this. Ke equals to 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 into 0.396 whole square, 1.6 whole square, 10 power 8 816 upon 1.67 1.67 square. So all will be in double times. So 1.67 cancel out. This is equals to 0.396 whole square, 1.6 whole square 2.56 into 10 power minus 27 and 16. So it will be equals to minus 11 upon 1.67. Okay, so this value will be in joule, and you know that the value of million electron volt 1 joule equals to 1 upon 1.6 into 10 power minus 13 MeV. So this joule also converted by this 0.396 into 2.56 into 10 power minus 11 upon 1.67 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 13. This will be in terms of MeV, and its value is approx 7.4 MeV. So after you can solve this value is kinetic energy in terms of million electron volt. Okay, thank you.